and gentlemen, it's time to bury all the speculation, put it to rest, say goodbye. All the speculation we had in August with the Clone Wars Bounty Hunter content have finally come true. That is right, we are getting the fan favorite legendary bounty hunter, Jango Fett, and oh my goodness, this guy is gonna be part of the new arena meta, let me tell you. Now at this time, I don't have any information on how we'll acquire Jango Fett, so stay tuned, I'll let you guys know when I do get information, but furthermore, we also have some more stuff to point out. Thermal detonators cannot be cleansed now with this upcoming update, so the thermal detonators are gonna be super powerful, and no longer can they be cleansed. Furthermore, stay tuned, tomorrow I'm gonna show footage of a Zam Wessel rework and the Xanadu Blood, which is Cad Bane ship, so stay tuned. I'm really excited to show that stuff, but let's get into it and start talking about what Jango Fett has to offer in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. He's got the Bounty Hunter, Scoundrel, and Attacker tag, no Separatist tag. Some people were hoping he'd get a Separatist tag, but kind of like how Boba Fett doesn't have the Empire tag, kind of makes sense that Jango doesn't have the Separatist tag. But let's look into his basic unscrupulous gunfire. Deal physical damage to a target enemy and gain 15% offense for each enemy suffering a debuff during this attack. And if the target enemy was suffering a debuff, Jango Fett attacks again. As we know, Jango loves using his blaster, gets a bunch of bonus attacks, so this is a very powerful basic, and especially if you call him to assist, it is very deadly. Next up here is Shrapnel Blast, and this can do some bonkers damage. Deal physical damage to a target enemy and to a random enemy, and inflict healing immunity and stagger to target enemy for 2 turns. Sometimes each hit does like 26,000 damage, and at times, both hits will land on the same enemy, so this can be technically over a 50,000 damage attack sometimes, which is why I highly recommend you add critical damage and critical chance mods. And we also are gonna be able to use his Flamethrower Conflagration, and oh my goodness, it's so cool, kind of like R2-D2's burning in a way, but a little bit different, as we'll see. You get to inflict burning for 3 turns, then deal physical damage to all enemies, and this attack cannot be evaded. And Conflagration on target character, you make them lose 25% of their max health, which is stacking if they were suffering a debuff, and against a target raid boss, they lose 10% tenacity, which is stacking if they were suffering a debuff. So this will be pretty important for the Sith raid, because as we know, the Sith raid bosses have very high tenacity. Well, hopefully with Jango Fett, we're gonna be able to cut down that tenacity, hopefully by a lot. Jango Fett's going to have 2 Zeta abilities. One of them is on his leadership ability, anything to get ahead, and the Zeta is very important if you want to take on Traya and Palpatine lineups. Now, Scoundrel allies get plus 30 speed, so they're gonna be quick out of the gate, and enemies have minus 20% potency for each debuff on all Bounty Hunter allies, and minus 40% tenacity. Enemies that are burning can't gain bonus turn meter. It's pretty much like Days. That kills Emperor Palpatine's leadership. He can't give bonus turn meter to the Sith and Empire units. And Bounty Hunters get plus 35% offense while they have Bounty Hunter's Resolve. Just wait and see what this says right here. You get a contract with Jango Fett, and you have to damage a debuffed enemy 20 times, and when you complete the contract, all Bounty Hunter allies are going to get Bounty Hunter's Resolve at the start of their next turn, and plus 25% critical chance, and all the payouts are activated. So yes, as you know, Boba Fett has the Bounty Hunter's Resolve, which means he can revive. Now when you complete the contract here, Bounty Hunters, all of them are going to get this special ability and revive upon being defeated. That is huge, and you're getting the plus 35% offense when they have Bounty Hunters Resolve, so super deadly right there. Notorious Reputation has a Zeta as well, very important. We'll talk about that in a moment, but Jango Fett has plus 100% defense penetration, so big damage, and plus 50% max health, and enemies defeated on his turn cannot be revived. That is a Zeta right there. So pretty much he's like a Darth Nihilus Annihilate anytime he's using an ability and finishing off an enemy. Super deadly right there. And this can stop Scion from reviving, which is why I really like it. And at the start of the battle, and whenever he defeats an enemy, Jango Fett recovers 100% protection and gains Bounty Hunter's Resolve until he is defeated. And because of the leadership, as I already said, Boba Fett and Jango Fett, they're already going to get plus 35% offense at the beginning of battle due to the leadership on Jango Fett. And the payout is pretty crazy as well. Whenever Jango receives rewards from his contract, he's going to be able to gain damage immunity for 2 turns. We haven't seen that yet for a character, which can't be dispelled or prevent it, and he gets plus 50% offense. Basically, you can't hurt Jango Fett for 2 turns in a row. It's insane. This guy has a lot of survivability and huge damage, and as we're going to see here, his speed isn't bad at all. Before mods and Gear 12 Plus, he has 258 speed, so almost as fast as Grand Admiral Thrawn before Gear 12 Plus and mods. So let's do it. Going up against Emperor Palpatine and all of his Sith cohorts, because of Jango Fett, that plus 30 speed gives us that foot out the door a lot quicker than characters like Thrawn on the other team, which is super fast. Let's start by getting burning. Let's prevent them from getting bonus Terminator. This can't be evaded. There we go, got some nice burning. Let's get Bosk to taunt, get his frenzy ability. So when we use a special ability with Boba Fett, we get that 100% Terminator on Bosk because we're gonna use frenzy on him. There we go, we got the Terminator. Let's see, we might be able to finish off Palpatine. Let's try it out. Here we go, Jango should get a bunch of attacks. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, Jango got the final blow. Wow, we just blew Palpatine out of the water right there. Holy cow. All right, what I wanna do is I want to start working on Darth Nihilus a little bit, since I don't want to keep applying too many debuffs on the other team right here. All right, he got a couple cooldown increases on us. That's perfectly fine. We got to go for Thrawn. He has the debuffs on him. We got to trigger the contract as fast as possible. Come on. We're 80% of the way to the contract, 90% of the way to the contract, stuck behind the taunt. We're going to get that contract triggered very soon in a moment here. Okay, let's see. All right, Boba Fett, you get the job done. 1 hit, 2 hit, contract triggered. Excellent. So now we're going to start getting our characters to get bounty hunter resolve when they take their next turn. So here we go. Look, we have that damage immunity on Jango Fett. Very nice so far. Let's work on their Nihilus. Keep working on Nihilus over there. 16,000 damage. All right, let's get a big hit right here. Ooh, Nihilus is almost done. Look at that. We took no damage at all. Let's get those thermal detonators. They can't be cleansed. Oh my goodness. We're doing work. We are doing some serious work right now. Everyone's going to start avoiding these taunts like it's no one's business. Oh my goodness. We're just blowing away this team right now. Look at this. We have Bounty Hunter Resolve on Embo. We have Bounty Hunter's Resolve on Dengar. Now Bosk has it as well. They can't do anything. They got to go through all my characters at least 2 times over. It's crazy. Insane. How much damage can we do on Traya? Come on, big damage. Oh, jeez. Bounty Hunters are fun. They're going to be part of the new meta. But as we'll see, they won't be able to beat all 3 of these teams. You'll be quite surprised to see who they don't do well against, perhaps. But overall, Palpatine and Traya, it's super easy to beat them. Wow. Game, set, match. Let's do this. Big hit. All right. Oh, no, we're not going to be able to time it right. Oh, it's unfortunate. We'll get it in a second. But overall, we're going to win this battle. Holy cow. It's a lot of fun. Bada bing, bada boom. Sign got put to rest finally by Jango Fett. A lot of fun. But let's move on to Darth Traya, because Darth Traya is a trickier team to beat, in my opinion, for the most part. Time for some Darth Traya action. Definitely a tricky team right here. For a lot of people, Darth Traya is the queen of Arena right now. But Jango Fett, although he's not going to walk over Darth Traya, we definitely have something that we can really compete with when we have Jango Fett and these bounty hunters. So here we go. We're going to apply some burning. Get that going. Let's get our taunt up and running. Get that frenzy happening. Get an ability block over on Thrawn, and we hit 5 debuffed characters, so we quickly knocked out 25% of Jango's contract. Now we have that taunt on Sith Trooper, but we'll get Embo to assist and remove that taunt. Very nice. Okay, and that taunt kind of came back really quickly. Let's remove that taunt again off of Sith Trooper, and we got a cooldown increase, but that's fine. Let's start getting thermal detonators to apply. Now that they can't be cleansed, these characters are stuck out in the open and allows us a lot of opportunities to contribute to our Jango contract that we have going on. Let's just keep working on Thrawn, because he's kind of the easier character to knock out this contract with. All right, hit that character. That's fine. Thrawn, take a beating right here. 1 hit, 2 hits, and contract going. Once we get the contract going, we can ignore these 2 taunting tanks. We can probably finish off Thrawn right here. Come on, big damage, Boba Fett. Let's see what you can do. Thrawn's gone. Thrawn's gone. All right, that's... See, now we can just avoid everything. We don't have to worry about these 2 taunting tanks right here. Let's get a big hit. Boom, 21,000 damage plus a little extra change right there. Jango, look at that. Didn't take any damage whatsoever from Darth Traya's massive attack right there. Can we do some work? Let's see, how much damage can we do on Darth Traya? Ooh, come on, there we go. We got a couple of assists. Ah, look at that. Holy cow, yes. All right, if you didn't know what just happened there, basically, we got Jango to use his special ability, which called Dengar to assist because he has a chance to assist off special attacks, and because of Dengar's basic, he was able to call Jango to assist as well. So we had an awesome daisy chain of events right there. A ton of fun. There we go. We got Dengar to assist again. Dengar, I think, is a pretty good component to this team. Let's get an ability block on Nihilus. Very nice. We're gonna stall his Annihilate as much as we can. 1 hit, 2 hits. There we go. We got some damage right there. I really need to get Conflagration so I can knock down some of that max health on Darth Nas, because his max health is super high. But luckily with Jango, we're able to try to cut it down a little bit. Let's see, Jango, come on, get your turn in. Big hit. All right, we're gonna reduce some max health on him. Okay, get some thermal detonators going. All right, come on. Oh, we lost Embo, unfortunately, but that's fine. We should be able to pull out the win still. Come on, let's finish off him. Come on, give me some critical hits. Let's do this. We're gonna get a taunt. Okay. Gonna get a stun. There we go. We got a stun. Now, this is probably gonna give Nihilus health, but he has healing immunity, so we should be good. Come on, so close, so close. All right, there we go. That's gonna finish him off. Perfect. So now let's start working on Sion, because of his held by hatred is just going to go to town. So we lost Embo, unfortunately. Probably shouldn't have used Execute to remove that ability block off of Nihilus, but even with that little mistake, we should be good. Oh, we might be able to finish off Sion right here. Here we go. Boom! Sion didn't revive, even though he had held by hatred. A super important character if you want to try to knock out Sions a lot quicker. Now, while I give my closing thoughts and remarks about this character, in the background you're seeing Jango Fett on defense up against Traya on offense. And Traya's gonna beat Jango Fett, but as you'll see, Jango puts up a pretty decent fight for Darth Traya, but Traya is still going to be probably the best overall arena team in the game. And the other thing I want to point out, haven't done any raid testing yet, but Jango Fett is going to be crazy for the Sith raid. On paper, he just has everything that bounty hunters need to be great in the Sith raid. So I think the bounty hunters are going to be the best all-around faction for the Sith raid at this point. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know down below, what do you think of Jango Fett? Would love to hear your thoughts and some ideas on how to make Jango Fett even better. What's a better team composition that we can try out? So leave a like if you did enjoy the video, comment down below, and subscribe so you're not missing a thing. And until the next video.